What's up guys, welcome to today's video. We're carrying on with the dumbbell only workout series today. We're going to be hitting the shoulders. So first of all, I would like to say I hope everybody is staying safe and sound during this very challenging, strange time that we're all in. So as per usual, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it and subscribe to the channel. Today's workout, we're going to do 3 exercises for the mid delt, 3 exercises for the rear delt, and we're going to be doing 3 exercises which include a front delt and 2 pressing movements as well. So let's get into it. Now, something which I always find comes in handy before any dumbbell workout is a can of Monster. So take a sip of that. That'll get you warmed up. Get the shoulders warmed up with any sort of exercise of your preference. You don't really want to be taking your shoulders to failure with a warm up because you need to save that when you're doing the working sets. So you could just even use some light dumbbells, do a pressing movement for maybe 10 to 20 reps, and then some lat raises for 10 to 20 reps. That can be warm up. So after we've spent a few minutes warming up the shoulders, then we're going to get into the first exercise, which is going to be a pressing movement. Okay. Now the reason why I'm deciding to do pressing movements first is because it's more compound. You're using all of the delt at the same time, and what we're trying to do again, because especially at home, you haven't got a great exercise selection. Some of us, unless you have a big home gym, you're not going to be able to use that much weight. So we need to be doing quite a lot of reps, a good amount of sets, quite a lot of volume, and making each exercise hard. So for each set, you want to be taking the set of each reps almost to failure. For example, what I mean by that is I've chosen a weight where I can get about 10 reps with, but I could only maybe squeeze 1 or 2 reps more out of that. If you get to 10 reps and you think, oh, I could do another 6 to 8 easily, add a bit more weight. So just to clarify, you want to be doing anywhere between 10 to 15 reps of each set and around about 3 sets per exercise. That I would recommend will be a good amount of volume for this shoulder workout and future home workouts using dumbbells as well. So first exercise, we're going to do a dumbbell pressing movement, so dumbbell overhead press. So we're going to nice and controlled. You don't want the weights to touch your shoulders because that will take tension off the shoulder. So tempo should be fairly slow, a bit quicker when we're going on the concentric. So this is eccentric when you come down. So when you're on the eccentric, a bit slower, a bit faster coming up. Eccentric, a little bit slower on the way down. Okay? Because in the eccentric part of any movement, that is where the most amount of damage is done to the muscle, but in a good way, because you are tearing the muscle fibers in order for them to grow and get massive. So do this, ooh, don't do that, for 10 to 15 reps. Right, so the next pressing movement is going to be an Arnold press. So basically, if you don't know who Arnold is, then where have you been living for the past 100 years? Arnold Schwarzenegger press. So that particular movement is where you are still pressing, but at the start of the movement, dumbbells are going to start here. I'm going to go up, over the head like this. And I like this exercise as a pressing movement because you're really, again, you're making the exercise harder for yourself. You're using all of the delt, and especially with added weight and time under tension, it's a lot more work for your muscles than a normal press. So that's what the movement should look like. the beginning, squeeze. Don't let the dumbbells cling together. That keeps the tension on the muscle the whole time. I'm going to go for around 12 reps of each exercise, each set during the whole workout. Okay, so keep your core engaged the whole time. Chest out and proud. I can already feel that burning. Woo. Could be the kind of monster, don't know. But so again, on the eccentric part of the movement, like now, just then, this is concentric. Okay, when you're squeezing, contracting the muscle. Eccentric is when we're coming down here. That bit when you're coming down on the eccentric, again, that's made it even harder because you're having to hold it and twist it in at the part of the movement. So that is another good way to vary your pressing movement with lack of exercise selection and lack of weight to be added for each set, especially if you've only got a set of dumbbells. So on to exercise number 3. Right, so just a quick word on rest time in between your sets. I would recommend 1 minute if you can. If you need a little bit longer, don't go any longer than 2 minutes rest in between, because again, we're trying to keep the intensity hard during the workout because we're only using dumbbells. So now we're going to work the front delts. So the reason why I'm only doing 1 exercise for the front delt is because a lot of the front delts being worked when you're doing chest, any pressing movements, things like the bench press. That is working your front delt a lot, you know, even close grip bench press as well. However, also because for the majority of people out there, they mostly would focus on mid to rear delts through a shoulder workout, because that is going to, you know, if you're side on, the thing that helps your delt really stand out side on is working more the rear delt to give it that round look. Also, you know, things like lat raises that usually they point here for the mid delt, when especially when you haven't got much body fat, those are mid delt exercises. So front delt, yes, you can work it occasionally, but I think for the majority of people it's not a necessity to have great looking shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 front delt exercise. So basically I've got the dumbbells at the side of me. So we're starting off with the front delt. So you can hold the dumbbells in a hammer position. Okay, so basically you can hold the dumbbells like this. Okay, or you can hold the dumbbells with your palms facing down and raise them up like this. I would recommend, if you can, go a little bit lighter on the dumbbells because you're only using the front delt, which is a little bit weaker. Again, slower on the way down. You don't have to go all the way up and above your head like this. Eye level is fine to keep tension on the shoulders. Concentrate on your breathing. The house is going to blow up. No, I'm joking, it's just the oven. So again, concentrating on executing the exercise correctly, slowing down the tempo, especially on the eccentric part of the movement, squeezing at the top. You might have to make the dumbbells a little bit lighter because you're only isolating the front delt. So you can hold the dumbbells with your wrists like this, or in the hammer position like this. It might be easier if you can't spread your arms out wide. On to exercise number 4. So the next exercise is going to be lat raises. So some key points are: stand with good posture, chest out, keep the core engaged. When you're doing these, I like to have the elbows in a fixed position the whole time. You're not going to be using your hips or your back to swing the dumbbells up. because again, you're not really isolating or working the shoulders because you're using other muscles to aid you. So if you are doing that, take the dumbbells down in weight, make them a little bit lighter, and don't let the dumbbells touch your body too often or cling together, because that will take tension away from the muscle. Again, feet about hip width apart, and then core engaged, concentrate your breathing, nice and slow on the way down. Okay, and again, you don't have to take the dumbbells way above your head like this. You just want to be up to about eye level. Okay, so my palms are facing down, elbows are staying fixed the whole time. I can really feel the shoulders working there. So this exercise, we're working the mid delt. So if I show you side on, what that looks like. If you need to, you can use, the Richardson pigeon neck movement to help get the weight up a little bit. So this is how you should be forming the lat raises, working the mid delt, and if you perform it correctly, you can feel the burn. Right, now my shoulders are burning already, and we've still got 5 more exercises left. So I think it's a good workout. Remember, if you're using good form, good technique, you're executing them correctly, good amount of volume, that is key. Exercise execution is key. So for this exercise, we're going to work the mid delt again. Now this one is maybe a little bit tricky because we're going to be standing at an angle, okay, like so. So if you have a bench, you can put it on an incline and you can lean on that with your knees resting on the pad. So if I was going to show you on a chair, for example, you'd have the dumbbell like this, okay? So if this is a bench, you'd be on a slight incline, so you'd be leaning over on the bench and raising the dumbbell again to about this height. So now I'm going to use the wall because I've done this exercise many times. So if you haven't got a bench, you can use a chair or stand on an angle like this. So use your forearm against the wall, body on a slight tilt towards the wall, legs straight, dumbbell at the side, and then we're going to raise the dumbbell. I would say a little bit lower than eye height this time, because we're at an angle. Ooh, yeah. So maybe up to your nose, depending on how big your nose is. Not like that, make it different, but it's funny. So, ooh, yeah. So, really leaning into the wall, and you're keeping the dumbbell in line with the rest of your body the whole time. Then what you do, obviously, is switch arms and do the same again. Repeat that 3 times. Right, so next exercise that really helps to work the shoulders is this. So you're going to move the hips that way, dumbbells this way, dumbbells that way, hips that way, and you're going to, no, obviously not. So next exercise, apart from the dumbbell floss stance, is going to be dumbbell armpit row. So you're going to hold the dumbbells in front of you slightly, so side angle like this. Okay, feet hip width apart, and again elbows slightly bent, fixed position. It's pretty much the same. So we're gonna squeeze at the top. This is working the traps a little bit as well. Squeeze at the top, hold for a few seconds, slowly down. Bring the dumbbells back down in front of you. Okay. Ooh. So you're like opening up the elbows and the arms at the top, as if you want the inside dumbbell plates to touch your armpits. Okay. Again, nice deep breaths, keep the core engaged. I'm going 12 reps. But whatever your desired rep range is, between 10 to 15, that's fine. Concentrating on executing the exercise with your best form. Right, so next we're going to be working the rear delts, so the back of the shoulder. So that's when, if you're looking at someone's side arm, you think, oh, look at those boulders there. On a female, obviously. Then that is what is made from doing key rear delt exercises. Okay, so very important not to forget the back of the shoulder. So what we're going to do is you're going to keep the knees slightly bent, holding the dumbbells in both hands. Again, arm, elbow positioning, pretty much the same. Elbow slightly bent. Then we're going to just bring the torso forward. Dumbbells out in front of your chest. Okay, so your back should be level with your spine. Okay, nice and straight, slight arch in your lower back, and you should feel a slight pull in your hamstrings. And then what we're going to do is bring the dumbbells out, squeeze at the top. Ooh. Squeeze at the top, slowly down, out in front of your chest. So again, trying to keep the dumbbells in line. So imagine there's one straight line going across my body on the floor now. You want to keep your dumbbells, as you lift them, in one straight line. Okay, parallel with that line. Ooh. I know there was a few reps, didn't really count how many reps that actually was then, but it burned. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do with this workout is I'm trying to work all heads of the delt. Okay, so front, middle, rear delt as well. So this is going to be the last exercise for rear delt, so the back of the shoulder. So it's going to be seated rear delt flies. So we did this in the last workout we did, which was back and biceps. I put a link in this video if you want to see the back and biceps dumbbell only workout. So what we're going to do is hold the dumbbells to start off with. Okay, feet planted to the ground, knees bent, bring the torso forward, chest basically resting on your thighs. Okay, elbows, same position as we've done for the whole workout, which is slightly bent, but keep them fixed. When you raise up, slowly bring them down. Don't let the dumbbells cling together. And again, like you have a line going across your body on the floor, and you need to keep the dumbbells in line with that line. And execute the form correctly for the desired rep range. And again, when you get to the top, squeeze, slowly bring them back down. When you get to the top, squeeze, slowly bring them back down. like so. Right guys, that is the end of today's dumbbell only shoulder workout. Again, I will link the back and biceps one in this video description. If done properly, this workout is a pretty damn hard workout to do, but very effective. So if you enjoy it, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this amazing channel. Let's make it grow and blossom, just like the flowers in springtime now. And most importantly, stay home, stay safe, and look after your friends, family, and yourself. Let's beat this thing. I'll see you soon.